Intro. So, want to find almost anything about someone online? Here are 10 OSINT tools that make it possible, legally and ethically. Now, OSINT, or Open Source Intelligence, is essentially the practice of collecting and analyzing data from publicly available sources to produce actionable intelligence. It sounds complex, but at its core, it's about being really good at finding things online. It's a skill used by journalists, cybersecurity professionals, and even just curious individuals trying to lock down their own digital footprint. And the tools we're about to cover are some of the best in the game for doing just that. This video is going to run for about 10 minutes, and we'll be diving into a curated list of my top 10 OSINT tools. It's super important to get this out of the way up front. Only use these tools for lawful, ethical purposes. Research investigations you're authorized to do, bolstering your own personal security. The power here is significant, and with great power comes, well, you know the rest. We're focusing on responsible use that respects privacy and stays within legal boundaries. So here's the plan. For each of the 10 tools, we'll cover what it does, what its key features are, and I'll give you one quick, actionable tip to get you started right away. We'll move from the basics that you can use every day. Chapter 1. All right, first up is Google Dorking. Now, it sounds a little funny, but it's not a separate tool you download. It's just a name for using Google's advanced search operators. Think of it as unlocking Google's expert mode. You can find specific file types. You can target certain websites. You can find pages with words in their titles. It's accessible and extremely powerful. It's where every investigation should start. The real magic is combining operators. Cite. Limit search to one domain, like cite.linkedin.com. File type. Find PDFs, for example, file type, PDF. File type. Or target spreadsheets, like file type, .xls. InURL. Search for keywords inside a URL. Great for finding login pages or specific directories. In title, finds pages with your term in the title. It's a level of precision a normal search can't give you. These aren't just parlor tricks, they're practical. Imagine you're a recruiter looking for a software engineer in San Francisco. A regular search is going to be messy, but with Dorking you can target LinkedIn profiles with exact keywords. Or, from a security perspective, you could search for publicly exposed spreadsheets on a company's website. Those spreadsheets might contain sensitive information that was never meant to be public. The possibilities are genuinely vast, and it's all built into the search engine you use every day. So, here's a quick pro tip to get you started. Chapter 2. Next up, we're moving from text-based searching to something much more visual, Maltego. This is a platform that's all about link analysis. It takes disparate pieces of information, an email address, a domain name, a social media handle, a person's name, and maps out the relationships between them in a visual graph. It's the kind of tool you see in movies. Maltego digitizes that entire process, making it interactive and way more powerful. What Maltego does is it takes your starting piece of data, which they call an entity, and runs a series of transforms on it. These transforms are basically automated scripts that query public data sources to find related information. Each new piece of information becomes a new entity on your graph, ready for more transforms. This process lets you build a comprehensive network map from a single starting point. The visual nature makes it easier to spot patterns and connections that you'd miss in a spreadsheet or text document. Quick tip. When you're starting out with Maltego, the sheer number of transforms can be overwhelming. Start with a single entity, like an email address or a domain. Run the free built-in community transforms first. These will pull in a good amount of initial data. Don't run transforms on everything at once. Instead, pivot on the most interesting new nodes. If you find a new domain, pivot on that. If you find a new email, pivot on that one. This focused approach prevents your graph from becoming a chaotic mess and helps you build your investigation methodically. Chapter 3. Number 3 on the list is Spiderfoot. If Maltego is the visual investigator, Spiderfoot is the automated data aggregator. It's an open-source tool that automates the process of gathering intelligence from a massive number of public sources. We're talking hundreds of different data points. You give it a target, a domain name, an IP address, or an email, and it goes to work. Querying DNS records, WHOIS information, data breach repositories, social media platforms. It's designed to be a fire and forget tool that does the heavy lifting of data collection for you. The core strength of Spiderfoot is its modularity. It's built with over 200 modules, associated host names, checking for web server vulnerabilities, scraping email addresses from web pages, looking up data in breach collections like Have I Been Pwned, searching for mentions on social networks. You can turn modules on or off depending on the type of investigation you're doing, which gives you a ton of control over the scope and depth of your scan. Once a scan is complete, Spiderfoot presents all the findings in a clean, filterable web interface. It categorizes the data it finds, so you can easily browse through things like email address, social media profile, or leaked password. This is where it really shines. Instead of you having to manually run dozens of different searches across different websites, Spiderfoot does it all in one go and organizes the results for you. Here's a practical tip for using Spiderfoot effectively. When you first start a scan, it's tempting to just enable all the modules and let it run wild. Don't do that. You'll end up with a huge amount of data, and a lot of it will be noise or false positives. A much better approach is to start with a focused scan. For example, if you're investigating a domain, start with just the DNS, WHOIS, and web content scraping modules. Review those results, and then run a second scan targeting any new information you found, like email addresses or host names. Tuning the scan scope this way keeps your results relevant and manageable. Chapter 4. At number 4, we have Shodan. Shodan, often called the search engine for the Internet of Things. While Google indexes the web, Shodan indexes the Internet itself. It constantly scans the entire Internet and collects banners from devices, massive corporate servers, industrial control systems, webcams, smart TVs, routers. If it's connected and has an open port, Shodan has likely indexed it. That makes Shodan a powerful tool for cybersecurity researchers. See external-facing infrastructure. Search a company's IP range. See every server, printer, other exposed device. This helps spot vulnerabilities, outdated software, misconfigured services. For journalists, count publicly accessible security cameras in a city or find types of industrial equipment online in a region. Search is the power. Search by IP address, country, city, organization, or specific software type. Example, all Apache web servers in Germany, or webcams using a default password. Return data, device IP address, location, service on the open port, software version. Tip: raw broad results can overwhelm. Narrow with filters. 2 top filters. Port. Product. Many unsecured webcams stream on port 8080. So try port 8080. If you know the software, add product MJPG streamer. Combined filters shrink millions to a few relevant devices. Chapter 5. Coming in at number 5 is a tool that focuses specifically on people. Pipl. While other tools on this list handle technical data, Pipl is a people search engine. Its mission is to index info about people from across the web. Public records, social media profiles, contact information, other online sources. Then connect all that data to a real-world identity. It's powerful for verifying identities or expanding info from a small fragment. Pipl's engine uses an identity trust model. When you search for a name, when you search for an email, when you search for a phone number, it doesn't just return a list of matches. It cross-references thousands of sources to build one consolidated profile. It looks for connections between a name, an email address, a username from one site, and a phone number from another. Then it combines them into a single digital identity. That cuts through the noise of common names. You can find full name, age, location, job history, education, photos, associated social media profiles. Professionals use it for fraud prevention. Investigators use it to build comprehensive profiles. Tip: the more info you give up front, the better. Starting with only a name gives many potential matches. The key is to refine. Start with a name and a location, e.g., John Smith, New York. Scan the results. Found a match with an email address or a username? Run a new search with that additional data. Searching John Smith with his specific email is far more likely to return the single correct profile. It's an iterative, refining process. At number 6, we're diving into real-time social media monitoring with tools like Social Searcher or Mention. These platforms do one thing really well: monitor public conversations. Across dozens of social networks and websites, you can input a name, a username, a company, any keyword. They continuously scan Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Reddit, blogs, and forums. To find public posts with your search term, like a Google alert, but for social media. Build a timeline, understand activity patterns. For an individual, see what they're saying publicly, who they interact with, what content they're sharing. Build a picture of interests, daily routine, network of contacts. For a company, track brand sentiment, see what customers say. From an OSINT view, a goldmine for real-time info not yet indexed. Most tools have a dashboard with a live feed of mentions. Filter by platform, filter by sentiment, positive, negative, neutral, filter by date. Cuts through the noise, investigating an event. Zero in on chatter from that day. Many platforms offer analytics, top users mentioning you, conversation trends over time. Quick tip: don't only set alerts for a name or primary username. People use name variations and different handles. Set alerts for full name, known nicknames, known usernames, common misspellings. This wider net catches untagged mentions and misspellings. Small step, big boost to your info. Right. Chapter 7. Number 7 is a classic, but one that's more powerful than people realize. Reverse image search. The concept is simple. Instead of typing words into a search bar, you upload an image, and the search engine finds other places that same image or visually similar images appear online. The big players here are Google Images, TinEye. Each has its strengths. Google is great for finding similar-looking images. TinEye is often better at finding exact matches and tracking the first time an image appeared online. This is an essential tool for a few key OSINT tasks. First, verification. If you see a profile photo on social media, run a reverse image search. See if that same photo is being used on other accounts under different names. Classic technique for spotting fake or catfish profiles. Second, finding context. You might have a photo from an unknown event. A reverse image search could lead you to a news article or blog post that explains where and when it was taken. The tech works by creating a digital fingerprint of the image you upload, then comparing that fingerprint to billions of images in its index. It can find matches even if the image has been cropped, resized, color corrected, or has text added. TinEye, in particular, shows a timeline of when it first saw the image online. That timeline helps figure out the original source of a meme or viral photo. Pro tip: crop messy images. Busy group photo? Searching the whole image may fail. The engine gets confused by many elements. Crop to the specific subject you want. Want to ID a person? Crop to the face. Want a building? Crop to the building. Cropping gives the search engine a clearer signal and dramatically improves accuracy. The Wayback Machine, run by the Internet Archive. Watch a website change over time as snapshots are saved. Its goal is to archive as much of the public web as possible. It works by regularly crawling websites and saving a snapshot of what they look like on a specific date. This means you can go back in time and see what a website looked like years ago. It's great for seeing how sites evolved. And for OSINT, it's a way to find information that has since been deleted. The primary use here is to find old or removed content. A person might have scrubbed their personal blog of old, embarrassing posts, but if the Wayback Machine crawled it before they did, those posts might still be viewable in its archive. A company might have removed a list of its executives from their About Us page, but a snapshot from 2 years ago could still have that information. It's essentially a historical record of the web, and people often forget that what they put online might be saved forever, even if they delete it from the live site. Using it is straightforward. Go to the Wayback Machine's website, enter the URL of the page you want to investigate, and it will show you a calendar view. Dates on the calendar are highlighted if a snapshot was taken on that day. You can click on a date and then a time to load the archived version of the page. It's not perfect. Sometimes images are broken, styling is missing, but the core text content is often preserved perfectly. So, for a powerful tip, don't just check the home page of a website. Check old versions of key pages like the About Us, Team, contact pages for personal sites or company pages. These are the pages that are most likely to contain names, job titles, or contact details that might have been removed over time. Moving on to number 9. We have a crucial tool for the security side of OSINT. Have I been pwned? HIBP. And the world of breach data. HIBP was created by Troy Hunt. It's a free service. Check an email, check a phone number. For compromise in hundreds of major breaches, you simply enter an email, and it tells you which breaches that email appeared in. The information from these breaches is the key. While HIBP itself doesn't show leaked passwords, it tells you where to look. The existence of an email in a specific breach is a powerful data point. It confirms the email is valid and was used to sign up for that service. More importantly, people often reuse usernames and passwords across different sites. So, here's the essential tip when using HIBP and breach data. Verification is everything. An email appearing in a breach is a strong signal, but not definitive proof on its own. You need to combine these findings with other tools to build confidence. The breach data gives you a lead, but you have to follow up and cross-reference with other sources to confirm you're on the right track. And finally, at number 10, we have a tool that's incredibly useful for professional and corporate investigations, Hunter.io. Hunter's primary function is to find professional email addresses associated with a specific company or domain. It's a very focused tool, but it's extremely good at what it does. If you need to find the email address for someone at a particular company, Hunter is one of the best places to start. It's used widely in sales and marketing, but it's just as valuable for OSINT. Hunter works in a couple of ways. Its main feature is the domain search. You enter a company's domain, like company.com, and it returns a list of email addresses found for that domain. It scrapes these from public web pages, press releases, other online sources. It also analyzes email patterns. For example, first, last, company.com. You can use that pattern to guess an email not in the database. Hunter also provides a verification service. Enter an email and it runs checks to show deliverability. It performs checks and can show a deliverable status with a confidence score. It gives a confidence score so you know how likely the email is correct and active. This matters. You don't want to act on bad information. Final tip, always check confidence scores and use the verification feature. Hunter's results aren't 100%. Employees leave or formats have exceptions. That can help you find a massive amount of information online. We've covered everything from the fundamental power of Google Dorking, the visual mapping of Maltego, the specialized uses of Shodan for IoT devices, and Hunter for corporate emails. Each of these tools opens up a different window into publicly available data. The key isn't to master just one, it's to understand how they can work together. Pivot from one piece of information to the next to build a complete picture. The real skill in OSINT is more than just knowing which buttons to click. It's about thinking critically, forming a hypothesis, testing it with these tools, using the results to refine your search. It's a cycle of discovery and verification. If this video helped you, hit the like button. Subscribe for more OSINT workflows and deep dives. Comment which tool you want a full, dedicated video on next. And I'll say it one last time because it's that important. Use these tools responsibly and legally. The goal here is to use information for good, for research, for protection,